All right, everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So I meant to get around to Gokurakugai a little bit earlier this week, but I was just really swamped with work, and then I got sick on Thursday. So basically spent most of the weekend trying to recover, but I'm feeling a little bit better today, so we're going to try to get around to the Shonen Jump chapters. Like I mentioned in the last couple of videos, read-throughs are basically on hiatus until the end of April when busy season ends for me. Because otherwise I'm going to get burnt out very badly and that won't end well for anyone. So bear with me until then. But like I mentioned, I will at least keep current with Shonen Jump stuff until the end of the month when your regularly scheduled programming will be returning. I just wanted to update that again for anyone that missed it the first couple of times. Before we dive into the chapters, here we're going to get around to Gokurakugai and the newest chapter of Akane Banashi today. As always, like I mentioned a couple of other videos, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Especially like I mentioned, now that we found out that Twitter's algorithm really kind of actively suppresses a lot of smaller creators, external links to anything that's not Twitter affiliated or is not Twitter related. Gets suppressed the hell out of. So if you want to help me out, it really does help. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube's algorithm so that YouTube understands that these videos are good and worth promoting. So if you enjoy them and you would like to do that for me, that would be a great help and I'd really appreciate it. But without further ado, I've been looking forward to this for so long now. Let us get into it with Gokurakugai Chapter 7, Groan, by Yuto Sano, with translation by David Evelyn and lettering by Kyla Aiko. And we see Kanata from the last chapter standing in front of a bunch of signs which say face judgment after death and repent for your sins. So we pick up with Tao again, smoking, reading a paper, with Alma going, "I'm back!" She's like, "Hey." It's like, "Miss Tao, I'm putting your coffee jelly on the second shelf." And she's like, "Mm-hmm." It's like, "You sure are chipper." Oh, so sorry, that's Tao going, "You sure are chipper." And he's just grinning. He's like, so you noticed. He's like, "You see, I made a new friend." He's like, "Yay!" It's like, "I made sure to walk her to the station. Yaya would always scold me about stuff like that." And you see that Tao's reading about the Gokurakugai cannibal case in the paper. And you have 7th, 10:40 p.m., Gokurakugai 8th Avenue East Street, in a public restroom at the local station. A girl wearing a uniform belonging to Izumisawa High School bit a man 34. A man near the scene called 110 to notify authorities. The victim's palm was chewed through and he was transported to the hospital. According to the victim's testimony in the state of the scene, police ruled it is related to the Gokurakugai cannibal case. Investigation has shown that she is small of build, 155 centimeters, has light blue hair, and was wearing a hooded sweatshirt over an Izumisawa High School uniform. The victim had never met her and said that the girl assaulted him as soon as he entered the public restroom with the intent of using the facilities, upon which the girl rushed out to the restroom and fled toward the side of the station's west exit. Police have compiled a public sketch, blah, blah, blah. So what school was that sailor uniform again? Oh, well, guess it doesn't matter. You can see that I was kind of just lost in thought as the phone's ringing. And Alma comes out from, I assume, the bath with a "Brah! My arms are tubes of goo ready to explode." And she's like, "Yeah, send the bill to Yoki," as she picks up the phone. And he's like, "Who was that, ma'am?" She's like, "Tatsuomi. MAGA outbreak on 6th Avenue. Probably not the same as the one we're after right now. We'll head out once you're ready." And he's like, "Of course it's happening around chow time." Well, I'll go get changed." And she goes, "You're on this." And he's like, "Huh?" He's like, And she tosses the newspaper towards him. He's like, "Yeesh, what is it?" And he's like, "Oh," and he sees the composite sketch of this cannibal suspect. And he goes, Huh? Kanata?" And Tao's like, "I assume you got more info on her than me." And you see sign that's hanging on the inside is besieged on all sides. And Tao's like, "I'll take care of the business on 6th Ave. This case is yours." And you see Kanata back at her usual haunt, hood pulled up, and she's kind of like holding her throat, like gasping, coughing. She's like, "Monster!" It's like, "Kill," and you see just a bunch of like voices just screaming like, "Kill, kill, kill, kill." I assume that's her internal kind of like voice or monologue. Poor girl just like runs into an alleyway. She's kind of like cowering down, tears in her eyes, as she's looking at the little Kleenex business card that Alma gave her. And you see this concerned woman going, "Are you okay?" And she thinks back to Kanata telling her Alma telling her you should stick to smiling. And she kind of just goes, "Yes, I'm fine." And like rushes away. He's like, "But yours," like, "Hey!" And you see as she's running, like again, like the intrusive thoughts, like going like, "Kill, kill, kill." He's like, "Alma!" Oh, what the hell is this? And you see on the next page, someone is just like cutting lines in their wrist with the scalpel. "Jeff, come on, no suicide during dinner." It's like, "I'm sorry." It's like, oh god, are we getting introduced to the villains? Oh, god damn, alright. It's like, "Oh man, Yomi, you're late." It's like, "Hey you keep calling us out every freaking day. What the hell's your deal?" And you have this girl that's got like very Tokyo Ghoulish design. She's got like this leather mask like covering half her face. Then you got this bald thug looking guy with like this scar, with like this little scar like over his eye with a little X cross in his head. It's like, "What, do families need a reason to sit around the dinner table?" It's like, "Wasn't asking you, I'll waste your ask." Was it Yoru? Yeah, Yoru is also there looking anxiety prone as usual with his eek. And you see a mini Yoru going, "I'll eat that if you don't want it." And you see this despondent looking dark haired girl with like these lighter hair tips at the end. She was the one doing the cutting. And you see this other guy that's got like his half burned face going, "Vegetarians really are tasty, aren't they?" And you have Yomi going, "How a family eats is how a family acts is an apt expression. The livelier the better." And you see a crack, his scarred face bro just snaps his chopsticks in half. He's like, "Stop changing the subject." And as he tries to get him to start a fight, you see Yoru just using his like invisible telekinetic power to like stop him, going, "Sit down." And he goes, "Every last one of you keeps ruining my appetite," as he kicks over his chair. And you have a leather-faced mask girl going, "Hey!" And it's like, "Memco, don't, sit down." And Burn Face is going, "Boy, young people sure are spirited." It's like, "It's a shame that it's rather difficult to get everyone together. Kanata hasn't..." Oh, god damn it. I really hope she's not going to end up... Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like I prefer her ending up being evil than getting killed, but we'll see. It's like, "Kanata hasn't been able to join us even once. It's like, she's always a no-show, so quit sweating her." And Memeko's like, "The less willing she is to kill people, the more she'll crave to eat them. She'll give up and come back before long." And you have Yomi going, "She has one of two options right now." And Yoru's like, little question mark. And she's like, "She either brings him here or she gives up trying to live like a human." And Yoru's like, "Him?" It's like, "The red-haired boy you ran into the other day. Would you like it if you were part of the family?" And Yoru's all this is like, "Well, I wouldn't dislike it. He was nice to me after all." And Memeko's like, "You're taking more weirdos in?" And Burnface like, "That's a fine thing to say. You're the one who always ends up playing mother hen." It's like, "Shut your trap." And Yomi's like, "I'm not sure when it'll all go down though. It hasn't been long since Kanata was born, so I can't blame her for being lost. Still, either way, where she belongs is here." He's like, "And where he belongs is also right here." You have signs of Gokurakugai Troubleshooter Agency open. Oh, and you see there's like slow panning inside. You see the phone ringing as Alma's running through town trying to find her. And you see Kanata at a payphone repeatedly trying to ring up the office. Oh, damn. And she kind of just like gives up and slams the phone back on the receiver. And as she's leaving, a key falls out of her pocket. And Alma's like, "Off the top of my head, the only other place I can think of is the station." And then he picks... Oh, sorry. She knocks the key out and he has the little... she has a little mascot on it. So Alma notices and picks it up and goes, "Misha!" It's like, "This is her." It's like, "Here's some tissues." It's like, "Thank you." It's like, "If you ever run into trouble, I'll solve it for you." "Okay, well, give me a call anytime." And he sees the little phone booth nearby. And you see back at the office, he's telling Tao, "I think we have the wrong person." It's like, "Yeah, maybe. Then again, maybe not. I don't think she's the type who could lie and trick someone." It's like, "Besides, I could tell if she was lying anyway." And Tao's like, "I'm hoping we've got the wrong girl too. After all, she's your friend, right?" And he's like, "Yes." Oh, God. This cliffhanger is just set me so much on edge. And you see him running down, I assume into the subway station, where Kanata's just kind of like, head, knees drawn to her chest, as she's just kind of sitting there, crying. And almost run up with the, "Yo, hello, Miss Gokurakugai Troubleshooter Agency here. What seems to be the trouble?" Oh, God. Alright. Again, like, these chapters just do not miss. And I love that we've got, the whole Yomiuri, like whatever group they belong to, like the big bads. I'm glad we got their round table in this. I'm glad we didn't like have to wait for their introduction. And again, I love that they all have very distinctive kind of designs, or like little facial features and stuff. So I'm like instantly curious about learning more about all of them. Can't wait to see like what all their powers are, what all their goals and everything are, stuff like that. Curious again, like what they're gonna want. Like again, there's just so much like world building and like questions raised with this chapter. So I want to know like what they want with Alma specifically. I wonder if it's just because they're like, he's part Maga, part human, so like, that's why he belongs with us, or what their broader goals is, like why they want him specifically. Or I wonder if like there's a specific power or something he has that they're coveting. So that's made me really curious. I'm hoping, again, like I said, Kanata, I feel very sympathetic towards her. So I'm either hoping that she's able to get something akin to Alma, where she's like, they're able to find a way to suppress her powers or her urges to kind of cannibalize people. Because I feel like if either that doesn't happen, then she's either going to get killed for trying to like, live in both worlds, so to speak, or she's going to end up going to the dark side, where she's going to end up inadvertently hurting someone. That's going to like push her further into kind of accepting her, darker nature. But yeah, very, very good chapter. Very much looking forward to the next one. It's just such a hell of a cliffhanger to end on. Cannot wait. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous chapter. Again, art is great. Characterization is great. Writing is great. Absolutely no complaints. Looking forward to the next one. So like I mentioned, read at the beginning, read-throughs are on break until the end of April, start of May sometime. Like I mentioned, I'll do a video update closer to that day, talking about what series are coming to the channel, stuff like that, so look forward to it. Like I mentioned, in the meantime, I will be at least doing the reaction reviews to the Shonen Jump series. Like I mentioned, it really might end up being bi-weekly depending on how my time is, but we shall see how that goes. I'm going to play that by ear. As always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, it really does help me out a lot, especially when you push those buttons. It kind of tells YouTube's algorithm that these videos are worth promoting to a wider audience. It really helps me out as a creator to kind of get more subscribers, more attention on these videos, because they do take some effort to put together. I'm not, as good as some others with like editing everything else, but yeah, if you do like them, letting me know that you appreciate it really does mean a lot to me. And until next time, this is Ash. I will talk to you all later.